Wakisashi's Tea House. Konnichiwa, minasan. It's Gray from Wakisashi's Tea House home in Japan. How you doing? Are you good? Are you genki? I'm genki, thanks. Okay, today I want to give my review and reaction to Pam&Tommy episode 4. The title is The Master Beta, as in like beta tapes, yeah? But it's The Master Beta. What can you say? It's a perfect title. Now, as you know, I really enjoyed episodes 1 to 3, and I gave a review of episode 1 earlier in another video. So I want to give a quick summary of this, and then I'm going to go into a story breakdown, and there'll be spoilers after that, okay? So basically, this one, it opens up in January 1996, and it's the story of the sex tape, the story of the tape. It's being made and it's starting to get mailed out. You know, they've worked out how to do it, and they show this in the episode. It's very, very interesting how they do it. It was so cool seeing like the early days of the internet, you know, talking about 96, the modems and loading times and like the time it took to connect the internet. Yeah, it's really cool. There's great music playing. When it opens, you've got "You Got the Music in You." Got that playing in the background. There's loads of like top class quality tracks, you know, from the 90s on the soundtrack. It looks good. It looks a little bit like what do you call it? Not grainy, but you know, the picture's not perfect. I don't know if that's a choice by the, you know, the makers, the producers or what, but yeah, it looks a little bit like old fashioned, even though it's only 90s. Well, I guess it is old now, isn't it? Jesus, it's like 90, 2010. It's like, you know, almost 25 years ago, isn't it? That's unbelievable. Anyway, enough waffling from me. Just let me tell you, it's another great episode. Episode 4. It's really good. It's as I say, it's a really interesting story. You get more development of the characters. There's more of Pam and Tommy, of course. You get more of Seth Rogen. Oh well, what can you do? But he's pretty good in this. And yeah, not as much nudity in this one. So a little bit disappointing on that respect for me. But anyway, let's go on with the review. Okay, here we go. We open with Seth Rogen's character, Rand Gauthier, and his porn buddy is called Uncle Milty, played by Nick Offerman. They're trying out the site for the first time, and they see the picture. It slowly reveals itself on the screen. Pamela's hardcore sex video, raw and uncensored. Look at the price, $59.95. So they've started producing the video. They've started getting requests from the internet. The checks are rolling in. And what they do is they open like different bank accounts in different places. One's in Amsterdam, one's in the States, and I think there's one in Mexico as well. So yeah, people are ordering it, you know, people are finding it obviously, and the money appears to be coming in. So we see Rand starting to put the tapes together. He's putting them into pre-packaged envelopes and mailing them off. You know, you wonder how long it would have taken, maybe, what do you reckon, 7 days, 7 to 14 days to get what you were looking for. And at the end of this journey, you're going to be using a bottle of moisturizer, a packet of tissues, and loading the VHS in the video for a fantastic time and a happy ending. Okay, next we catch up with Pam and Tommy, and they've had great news. They've been trying for a baby, and Pamela's pregnancy test came back positive. So they go into the hospital, and she gets an ultrasound, and you know, she's delighted, and so is he. They look so happy about it. Then back to the house, and Tommy's got the photo. It's on the fridge, and it accidentally falls off. He's like, oh no, you know, we can't be losing this. I've got to put it somewhere safe. So finally, he goes to look for the safe, you know, goes downstairs to check. And that's when he finds, wait a minute, where's the safe? The whole safe is gone. It's missing. Uh-oh. Tommy calls the police, and while they're waiting for them to come out, they're talking over what was in the safe. You know, Tommy's not quite sure, but they realise there's guns in there, there's some money, there's some jewellery, and Pamela's wedding bikini, it turns out. And then Pamela says, wait, Tommy, what about the tape? And he's like, no, I don't think it was in there. She's like, no, I'm sure you put it in there just to be, you know, to be safe. So she's freaking out, and then the police arrive, and they just, you know, describe what's happened, and they're not really taking it very seriously. So they get a bit pissed off, and they go to see a private investigator, you know, a PI who specializes in the stars. He looks after the celebrities, and he's okay, you know, leave it with me. And basically, he asks them, anyone that you've pissed off, anyone who's upset with you. And Tommy's like reading from a list of people. There's loads of names, and he's like, oh no. So then just by chance, he find out that recently Tommy fired, the work crew on the house, just because he was pissed off with them and he fired them. So the investigator, he's getting an idea like, okay, I think I've got a lead here. Leave it with me and I'll go and investigate. So he tracks down Rand quite easily, goes to his apartment and punches his way into his apartment, knocks Rand flying over the counter. And he's like, where's the tape? Give me the tape. And Rand's, pleading innocence, like, I don't have it. There's no tape here. What are you talking about? So Rand's panicking a bit, he gets out of there, he leaves, and he's like, wait, I'm not sure where he's going. He's going somewhere, and he finds a guy outside Tower Records selling the tapes, like selling bootleg copies of the illegal tape. And this guy's selling them for like 2 for the same price they're selling 1. He's doing great business. And Rand's like, no, you can't be doing this. You can't be. You don't own the rights to this. Then we cut to a scene of Pamela in a trailer wearing the iconic Baywatch gear, the bikini, the swimsuit. And she gets called out. Okay, Pam, it's time for you. Come on, time for your scene. So she leaves the trailer and she's walking to the filming area when she hears her voice, and she hears Tommy's voice coming from the distance. It's actually the tape. Someone's watching the tape. They're watching it in one of the trailers. It's all these guys here, like engineers or whatever, crew from the film. And it must be so uncomfortable. It's such a horrible moment for her. She walks up the steps to the trailer and she sees herself, on the screen, and they're all watching. She grabs a tape, takes it out, and she's out of there. Of course, she's gone. She goes quickly to see Tommy, and Tommy is recording the moment with Motley Crue, and she gets him to stop recording, and she goes in and gives him the tape. Tommy's like, what is this? No way, he can't believe it. And she's really just distraught, as you can imagine. She's freaking out. So what they do is they realise this has been sold on the internet. They can work it out by the label, I guess. And they go to the local library where they can use the internet and find this, the famous, the website. They find the famous website where they see Pamela's, sex tape. And it's like, oh my God, what are we going to do? So Tommy calls some biker friends, some heavies, to go and find wherever Rand's working, go and find the porn offices where the tape's being made. And just as they arrive, like, Rand sees them and he gets out, he makes a sharp exit out the back door, and they're asking this poor guy who's working there, where's Rand Gauthier? He's like, you just missed him, mate. He left. He's gone. So Rand goes to see his friend, his fellow porn friend, and he's like, you got to help me out. They're after me. They found out, where I live. They're coming after me. Come on. And his mate's like, don't worry. Just chill. It'll be okay. I'll take care of it. But what you've got to do, you've got to go back to the offices and you've got to get the tapes. You've got to remove any evidence of the tapes, okay? Okay. Go for it, Rand. He's like, what, on my own? He's like, yeah, go on. Good luck. Back to Pam and Tommy, and Pam is still freaking out, and she's accusing Tommy of not taking it seriously enough. It's like, it's okay for you, you're a guy, I'm a woman, this hurts me more than you. And Tommy's upset, saying, no, it's just as bad for me. Okay, then we have another scene where I think it's probably the next day, and Pam's in the bathroom, and she doesn't feel good. She's like, oh no, something's not right. She calls for Tommy. Tommy, I don't feel good. So he comes and he gets her, and he takes her into the car, and they drive out of the mansion, takes her to the hospital. He's saying, don't worry, it's going to be okay. You're all right, don't worry. At the hospital, Pam gets checked out, and it's bad news. It's a really, really sad scene. It really got to me, this, just seeing that through the hospital door, through the window. She's crying, she's really upset, and Tommy's comforting her. Then we transition to Rand's apartment, outside Rand's apartment, and the biker gang have found him, and they're bursting in, like coming up the stairs. Can you guess what Rand does in this situation? Yeah, he flees. He's out of there, out the back door, out down to his garage, gets in his car, and he's gone. Then after they leave the hospital, Pam and Tommy are driving, and a paparazzi is like photographing Pam in the car, and Tommy like stops the car and he gets out, he's angry, and Pam, she goes ballistic. It's a brilliant scene. Like, she pulls out a golf club from the car and she's like smashing the paparazzi's windscreen. Like, she's furious, taking it out on him, of course, who wouldn't be? It's a great scene by Lily James. You can feel the anger, feel the hurt, the upset. She's smashing the window and he backs up quick and he's gone, he's out of there. And then this is where the episode ends. You've got Pam hugging Tommy on the street. She's crying and he's trying to, make her feel better. So yeah, I've got to say, this has been a real surprise for me. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a great drama with great performances, lovely soundtrack, a nice look to it. Even if it is a little bit grainy at times, the quality could be a bit better, but what are you going to do? I'm looking forward to the next episode. I can't wait for episode 5, which comes out next Wednesday. So that's it for my review and summary. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I want to say thank you for tuning in again. I hope to see you in a future video. If you've watched this far and you can consider liking and subscribing, that would be fantastic. Okay, this is Gray from Wakizashi's Tea House over in Japan, saying good night, matane, see you next time. Wakizashi's Tea House, please subscribe.